There is one mistake, not 10, not 5. One. That is responsible for keeping more people broke than any other financial decision they will ever make. And here's what makes it so devastating. It's not a mistake most people make once. They make it every single month, every single year, for their entire working life. And they never realize it, because it doesn't feel like a mistake. It feels like the right thing to do. It feels like being responsible, like being realistic, like being smart with money. But underneath that feeling, it is quietly destroying any chance of building real financial freedom. And the worst part, the people who make this mistake the most are not the reckless ones. They're not the spenders. They're not the ones who blow money on things they don't need. The people who make this mistake the most are the careful ones. The ones who try. The ones who save. The ones who think they're doing everything right. This video is for those people. Because trying hard in the wrong direction is not enough. The mistake is this: spending your money before your money works. Let me explain what that means. Every month, money comes in, and almost immediately, money goes out. Rent, food, bills, transport, entertainment. And if there's anything left, maybe a little goes into savings. Maybe. This is how most people manage money. Earn first, spend second, save whatever is left. And it sounds reasonable. It sounds logical. But here's the problem. There is almost never anything left, because spending always finds a way to fill whatever space you give it. You earn $3,000. You spend $2,950. You save $50. You earn $4,000. You spend $3,900. You save $100. The amount changes, but the pattern doesn't. Earn, spend, maybe save. And that pattern, repeated month after month, year after year, guarantees one outcome. You will always be one paycheck away from broke, no matter how much you earn. Let's look at real numbers. The average person earns roughly $3,500 a month. Over a 40-year career, that's $1,680,000. $1,680,000. That passes through their hands. And at the end of those 40 years, the average retirement savings? Less than $100,000. $1.6 million earned. Less than $100,000 saved. That means 94% of everything they earned was spent. Gone. Not invested. Not working. Gone. Now here's the question nobody asks. Where did it go? Not on one big thing, on thousands of small things. Daily decisions, monthly habits, small leaks, that over 40 years became a flood. And the tragedy is not that they spent money. The tragedy is that they spent it first, before their money had a chance to work, before it had a chance to grow, before it had a chance to build something real. Now here's the first objection. Of course I spend first. I have bills. I have rent. I have real obligations. Saving comes after the necessities. And you're right. Bills are real. Rent is real. Food is real. Nobody is saying ignore your obligations. But here's the distinction that changes everything. There's a difference between necessities and everything else. Rent is a necessity. The streaming subscription you forgot you had is not. Food is a necessity. The restaurant meal you bought because you didn't plan is not. Transport is a necessity. The upgrade you didn't need is not. Most people's necessities are 60% actual necessities and 40% habits dressed up as necessities. And that 40% is where the mistake lives. Not in the rent. In the automatic, yes. The spending that happens without thinking, without deciding, without even noticing. That's where the money goes. And that's where it needs to stop. So what actually works? One shift. Simple, but permanent. Pay yourself first. Before rent. Before bills. Before anything else. The moment money comes in, a percentage moves automatically into a separate account, out of reach, out of sight, non-negotiable, not what's left after spending, a fixed amount. First, every time. This is called paying yourself first, and it sounds simple, because it is. But here's why it works, when willpower doesn't. Willpower requires a decision. Every month, and decisions are exhausting. They deplete. They get worse under stress, under fatigue, under pressure. A system requires no decision. It just happens. The money moves before you can spend it, before you can decide, before the month gets complicated. And what you never see, you never miss. Now here's objection number 2. That sounds great, but I genuinely can't afford it. After my actual bills, there's nothing left. And I want to take this seriously. Because for some people, this is true. Margins are tight. Every dollar is spoken for. But here's what research consistently shows. When people track their spending for 1 month, genuinely track it, they almost always find between 10% and 20% that they cannot explain. Not rent, not food, not bills. Just gone. Subscriptions forgotten, impulse purchases, convenience spending, small amounts, daily amounts. That add up to hundreds every month. So before you say you can't afford to pay yourself first, track your spending for 30 days. Every dollar, every purchase, every transaction. And then look at the number you can't explain. That number is your starting point. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people know this already, not the exact details, but the general idea. Spend less, save more, invest the difference. They've heard it. They've read it. They've nodded along to it in videos like this one. And then they go back to doing exactly what they were doing before. Why? Not because they're lazy, not because they don't care. Because knowing something and building a system around it are completely different things. Knowledge without structure disappears the moment life gets complicated. And life is always complicated. Stress happens. Unexpected expenses happen. Emotions happen. And when they do, the plan you made in a calm moment collapses. Every time. Unless you've built a system that doesn't require you to be calm, or motivated, or disciplined, a system that just runs. While you live your life. That's the difference between knowing and doing. And most people stay stuck in knowing. Forever. Last objection. I'll fix this when things settle down. This month is complicated. Next month, I'll be more organized. After this expense clears, I'll start the system. This is the most expensive sentence most people ever say, because things never settle down. There is always a next expense, always a next complicated month, always a reason to wait. And while you wait, the cost compounds. Every month you delay paying yourself first is a month of potential growth lost, a month of compounding that will never happen, a month of building that doesn't occur, and those months add up to years, and those years add up to the difference between financial freedom and financial dependence. The right time to start is not when things are stable. The right time is now. With whatever you have. Even $30 a month. Even $10. Not because $10 will make you rich, but because the habit of paying yourself first changes how you see money, changes how you make decisions, changes what you prioritize. And that change in thinking is worth more than any amount. 3 steps. Simple. Actionable. Starting today. Step 1. Open a separate account. Not your main account. A different one. Ideally at a different bank, so it's not visible every time you check your balance. Out of sight. Out of reach. Out of temptation. Step 2. Set up an automatic transfer. The day after your paycheck arrives, a fixed amount moves, automatically, without you doing anything, without you deciding anything. Start small if you need to. $50, $30, even $20. But make it automatic. Make it non-negotiable. Make it happen before you have a chance to spend it. Step 3. Never touch it for spending. This account has one purpose. Building. Not emergencies. Not opportunities. Not just this once. Building. And over time, that account becomes something real. Something that works. Something that grows. Not because you were disciplined every month, but because the system was. Here's the truth. The one money mistake that keeps people broke is not spending too much. It's spending before their money has a chance to work. The fix is simple. Pay yourself first. Automatically. Every month. Before the bills. Before the decisions. Before life gets complicated. Because the system that runs without you is the only system that works long-term. Not discipline, not willpower, not motivation. A system built once, running always. That's how money builds. That's how freedom starts. Not with a big decision, with a small automatic transfer that you set up today and never have to think about again. The mistake is common. The fix is simple. The decision is yours.